It's mock draft day here at Locked On Sharks as we do 3 different mock drafts to try to see what players could be available for the Sharks at the 2024 NHL draft.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, welcome to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. My name is JD Young, contributor at San Jose Hockey Now. I want to thank you for making Locked On Sharks your first listen. Proudly part of the Locked On Network. We cover your team every day. If you want to be an everydayer, all you have to do is just follow wherever you get podcasts, or you can watch this on YouTube as well. And today we're going to be do our first mock draft of the year, season, whatever you want to call it. And going to be doing 3 separate ones. We're going to be doing a mock draft where no matter what, at 14, I'm going to take a forward and kind of see how that looks. Then I'm also going to do a mock draft where at no matter what, at 14, I'm going to do a defenseman and kind of see how things play out for the second round. And then we'll do a best player available mock draft where I kind of try to take the best players available. And again, just want to see how the board shakes as we do this. So before we get into all that, do want to let you guys know that today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Make every moment more. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus. That's guaranteed. It's $150, win or lose. Visit FanDuel.com/lockedon to get started. All right, so I will be using the FC Hockey. They've updated theirs. And I'm going to be doing the consensus rankings. They have 2 different rankings on there, so you can kind of do by the FC rankings, or you can do by the consensus. I think using the consensus gives you a broader base to choose from. So compared to FC Hockey's, which I think is going to give you, again, a little bit more fair results, because if they have one guy ranked higher than another, et cetera, like this one's more of a consensus build rankings. So without further ado, let's get into it and kind of see what kind of shakes out for the Sharks here as we do our first mock draft. And we're going to do a bunch of these as you know, before the draft. I was doing them last year at kind of the third segment. I was, trying to get some mock drafts in there, but wanted to do, again, as we start to kind of figure out what to do with the Penguins pick, just wanted to kind of see what happens. So, of course, Macklin Celebrini, I'm going to pick him first, right? That is, unless we get an idea that Celebrini is not going to be the first overall pick, I am going to continually pick Macklin Celebrini because I think he is the best player in this draft. I think it's a no-brainer. You go up, you draft Macklin Celebrini first overall, and you're usually going to be pretty happy with it. So this draft, again, we're doing the forward first but I just want to kind of highlight some guys. So Dickinson went number 2 to the Blackhawks. Demidov went number 3. Consta Helenius went number 4. Zibuya went number 5 to the Habs, which I don't see that one, but anyway. Just because they have 1,000 really good defensemen. But Zane Parekh went number 6. Artem Levchinov went number 7. Berkeley Catton went 8 to the Kraken. Michael Brandsek Nygaard went number 9. Anton Selyev went number 10. Liam Greentree went number 11 to the Sabres. Caden Lindstrom went number 12. And then Tija Ginla number 13. So here are the players on the board right now. Cole Yzerman, Trevor Conley, Carter Yakimchuk, Adam Yurchek, Igor Chernovs, Sasha Bosvert. Those are kind of your next slew of guys here. But with this one, we're going to be going forward again. The idea is go forward, and then kind of see what defensemen are kind of left there with round 2. That's kind of the strategy I'm playing here. Is if I go forward, because I think these, I want to continue to build up the forward group, right? You have 12 forwards compared to 6 defensemen, so that's why you need more forwards. And I'm going to go with Cole Yzerman, who's, part of the of course, USNDTP going to be going off to was he going to Boston University, I believe, or he's going to Boston. I can pull it up here right now as I pull. He is going to be, I think he's going to Boston, one of the Boston schools. So if it's BU or BC, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure he's going there. But we know, as they might career, we know Cosman, he's very good at shooting the puck. So I'm going to go with him. I think getting the value of getting him at 14. Again, I know there's a lot of holes to kind of fill out in his game. But I think getting a pure goal scorer, it is hard to find guys who can score goals. And he is hashtag good at doing that. So I'm going to go with him as we continue to go through. So we finished the first round. The Sharks, of course, have the second round. I kind of want to end up the last few picks here to kind of set the table, so to see where we're at for the Sharks here. So last couple of picks. Maxim Massey went to the Flames. Tarek Parshik went to the Parshik, I guess. Went to the Flyers. Adam Jecko, center, went to the Habs. Nikita Artemonov went to the Canes. Cole Bowden, a center, went to the Dallas Stars. And then Cole Hudson went to the Rangers. So kind of the best available guys right now. You have Emil Hemming, right winger, playing over in Finland. You have Michael Haig in the USHL, who's going to be making the jump to college soon. Charlie Ellick, defenseman in the WHL. EJ Emery, defenseman at University of North Dakota, who is a big boy. John Mustard, also in the USHL. Alphonse Frage, who I know a lot. I know our good friend Will Scouch has him ranked very, very high. Defenseman Dominic Badnik, also another defenseman. So, it's kind of a healthy mix of forwards and defensemen here for the Sharks with their options, right? I think I'm going to go with a defenseman here. I'm going to go with Charlie Elick, the 6'3", 190-pound defenseman in the WHL, playing with the Brandon Wheat Kings. I think the other pick here would be EJ Emery. Again, 6'3", right-handed shot with playing for University of North Dakota. I think those would, if Mike Greer was kind of in this spot, I think these would be the kind of the two guys he would potentially choose from. But for the sake of this argument, we'll go with Charlie Elick, just to kind of, again, actually we'll go EJ Emery just because the Sharks need more right-handed defensemen. So we'll go EJ Emery here and kind of see how things play out as we wait for pick number 42, who the Sharks have from. And I think things might have really worked out nicely here for the Sharks as a potential. So guys who are on the board right now, the top ranked player left is Alphonse Frage, defenseman, who, again, our friend Will Scotch is really high on. You have Leo Salin Wallinius, defenseman, also playing in Sweden, is 5'11", 168 pounds. Alphonse Frage, 6 foot, 187 pounds. You have Lucas Peterson, a center, playing in the SHL, who's 5'10", 157 pounds here. Tanner Howe, who plays for Regina in the WHL. You also have Jesse Pulkkinen, defenseman here as well, who's 6'6". He's a big boy playing over in Liga. So I'm going to trust our good friend Will Scouch and go Alphonse Frage here, and we'll kind of review, so Tanner Howe is the next pick here. So in this scenario, the Sharks are going to, again, walk away with we'll have a draft summary here in a second as they kind of finish up. But, so I went forward in this scenario, and then I tried to fill some defensive needs, right, for the Sharks here. So you would walk away with Macklin Celebrini, center, number one pick, right? Cole Eiserman, who a lot of people going into this season thought as a potential top 5 pick, if not maybe pick number 2, getting him at 14. Yes, there are plenty of questions to his game, but I feel like a player like him, you just do it. Like you bet on the upside there and hope that spending some time in college and finding the right line mates, et cetera, like can really maybe iron out some of the deficiencies in his game. EJ Emery, who again I think is going to be more of a stay-at-home defenseman, but playing University of North Dakota, that program is great at pumping out NHL caliber players. And then Alphonse Frege, who a lot of internet scouts, a lot of people really like his game, could be one of those value picks that you're looking at in a couple of years from now. So if the Sharks drafted something like that, I think you'd have to feel really, really kind of happy with what you're walking away with. So we'll do our next one here where we look at potential taking a defenseman with the second pick at pick 14 and kind of see how the board shakes out. Again, if you're trying to balance things out of getting some defensemen who have some upside to be at least number 1 defenseman, or at least continue to add pieces to your defensive pipeline. So we'll do that here in just 1 minute. Passion, drive, and patience, the formula for winning championships, is also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has got you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number 1 ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. With the eBay Guarantee Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. And with all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to make your car the MVP and bring home huge wins. So keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. eBay Guarantee Fit only available to U.S. customers. And it's playoff time in the NBA and NHL. Baseball's in full swing, and FanDuel is your place to bet on every game. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus, but it's guaranteed. It's $150 win or lose. Bet on everything from slap shots. Again, right now, betting the over in the Winnipeg Avs games feels like a really fun thing to do because there may not be a lick of defense played in that whole series. So that's what I would do. So if you want to bet on slap shots, home runs, or slam dunks on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use, what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com/lockedon and make your first bet an automatic win. FanDuel, America's number 1 sportsbook. All right, so let's go ahead and again, we like the way the first round went, but let's try round with the second one. We're going to go defenseman there with the second, with that pick number 14. So defense, no matter what, with the second pick. And again, kind of see how the board lays out for the Sharks this time. So, of course, Macklin Celebrini, like I said, going to pick him number 1 overall. We have Levshinov go number 2 this time, followed by Sam Dickinson, Zeev Buium number 4, Michael Bransgard-Nygaard went number 5. And we are going to be up here in a second, but so he went number 5. Caden Lindstrom went number 6 to Utah now, I guess. Ivan Demidov went number 7 to the Sens. Anton Zelyev went number 8 to the Kraken. Liam Greentree went number 9. Zane Parekh went number 10 to the Devils. Berkeley Catton, of course, going to the Sabres, feels very Sabres-like. Konsta Helenius, who went number 4 last time, fell to number 12 to the Flyers, and then Tej Aginla again going number 13. So kind of the same, pretty similar board this time for the Sharks. So we have if we're going defense, no matter what, we have Carter Yakimchuk, who is a 6'2", 194-pound right-handed shot in the WHL. And then Adam Yurchek, 6'2", 168-pound right-handed shot over in Czechia. So I think it's a legitimate, both kind of big 6 foot. I know Carter's a little bit heavier. Adam is coming off the injury right now, right? Season-ending injury. I'm going to bet the upside because I think if Adam Yurchek stayed healthy this season, I think he would be more likely closer to a top 10 pick than maybe sliding down. I'm going to bet on the upside of that and kind of see where it goes. So we're going to let this kind of continue to play out. Cole Eisman sliding down here. Man, Cole Eisman going 22 to the Preds, which kind of feels pretty crazy to me. So EJ Emery, who I drafted last time, goes a little bit earlier. So it looks like there was a run on defensemen. So there's mostly forwards left here, kind of in this same spot. So next guys right now are Nikita Artemov, Turek Parashek, Adam Jekko, center for the Edmonton Oil Kings in WHL, Jet Luchenko, great name, center for Gulf Storm, John Mustard, our friend Alphonse, Dominic Badnick here. So with so many forwards in this group here, I kind of want to play let me take another defenseman here and see what forwards are kind of fall, right? So I'm gonna go with our dude Alphonse again, and see again, kind of see how the board plays out here. So boom, boom, boom. All right. So got a couple defensemen that are up next. You have Luke. So Badnick and Saline Wellness, who we kind of talked about last time, or in the first one. Lucas Peterson is a 40. Luke Misa, OHL center for the Steelheads, 5'10", 165-pound left-handed shot. You have Thomas Galvin. Yeah, so right now it's a lot, kind of a split between center and defenseman here. I'm going to go Luke Misa with pick number 42 here. And then again, so we kind of have we went center, defenseman, center here, to try to see how things go, kind of turn out. So, and then we'll go through it here as the draft kind of finishes up. It's kind of crazy. I think we're going to see our first goalie off the board here soon. Maybe not. Nope. First goalie's still on the board here soon. But so for the Sharks, so with this, if you focus on defense at 14, kind of what's available here. So Mac and Celebrini, boom, of course, right? Adam Yurchek, who you could talk me into Carter Yakimachek. I'm going with. I still think the upside there for Yurchek. I know he's not as good as his brother, but I still think he would have been a top 10 pick in this draft if he does not get hurt. Alphonse Frege, who I think is probably going to be seen a lot with one of those second round picks for the Sharks, and then Luke Misa. So feel pretty good about this. I still think I like the first one a little bit better, because I think Cole Eisman brings a very much a special talent, but I still feel really good about this one here. So yeah, again, I mean, Macklin Celebrini makes things really nice, and I think that's the nice thing, right? Is you're getting with Macklin Celebrini, you know what you're getting with him, what you're expected to get with him, and that kind of gives you the flexibility to kind of continue to do what you want here. So we're gonna do the next one where I'm gonna kind of just do best player available, and kind of whoever is the top player ranked at that, just kind of ranked. I'm just going to go whoever's the best player on the board, or whoever they have considered the best player. So regardless of position, so we might get 4 centers or 4 forwards. We might get whatever. So we're going to do that one here in just 1 second. I know the NHL's regular season is over, but that doesn't mean that you can't still get on the action. And that's where Sleeper comes in. want to remind you that you guys can still play big by playing daily fantasy hockey on Sleeper, the official daily fantasy app of the Locked On NHL Network. Sleeper is our number one choice for daily fantasy sports, especially daily fantasy hockey, because with Sleeper, you can win 100 times your cash in daily fantasy hockey contests. All you have to do is pick some of your favorite players, and especially in the playoffs, you want to see NHL superstars do cool things. So you can pick guys like McDavid, you can pick McKinnon, Cale Makar, even if good old friend Joe Pavelski. Record more or less than their sleeper projections for things like goals, assists, saves, plus, minus, and more in a given game. 100 times bet on sleeper, you need to correctly predict the outcome of 8 player stats. Hear me, Sharks fans, you can still win 100 times your money playing daily fantasy hockey with sleeper. So start paying attention and nail your picks so you can start winning big. Use promo code LOCKEDONNHL and you'll get a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. That's code LOCKEDONNHL. See Sleeper's terms of use for details and locational availability. Don't you wish that when you were drafting your fantasy team, you could do the same thing when you're trying to find the best people for your business team? If you're building your talent roster, you need Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. Don't spend hours on multiple job sites looking for candidates with the right skills when you can do it all with Indeed. Find top talent fast with Indeed's suite of powerful hiring tools like matching, assessments, and virtual interviews. And if you hate waiting, because who likes actually waiting, Indeed's US data shows over 80% of Indeed employers find quality candidates whose resume on Indeed matches their job description the moment they sponsor a job. So join more than 3 million businesses worldwide using Indeed to hire great talent fast. And right now, you just need to go to Indeed.com/lockedon to start hiring now. Go to Indeed.com/lockedon. That's Indeed.com/lockedon. Terms and conditions apply. Cost per application pricing not available for everyone. Need to hire. You need Indeed. All right, let's get to the third one here. So again, we're going to be doing best player. So whoever the highest ranked player, regardless of position, regardless of need, doesn't matter. We're going to be doing the highest ranked player because again, the Sharks are in a position where they can add talent wherever they could possibly get it here. So that's what we're going to do right now as I set it up here. So 2 Sharks, 2 rounds. All right, we will start the draft here and I'll pull it up for you guys. So same thing, of course, Macklin Celebrini, right? Best player available in the draft. We're going to go that. It's so nice. Hopefully we'll be in 2 weeks talking about how Macklin Celebrini is going to be here. So Ivan Demidov sliding. Okay. Demidov going to the Flyers would be amazing after last year. So so we'll go top. So Levshinov went number 2. Berkeley Catton went number 3. I think that shows you how insane this draft is, where Berkeley Catton's going last draft. He's going to the Sabres at 11. This draft, he goes 3 to the Ducks. Zane Parekh at 4. Konsta Helenius at 5. Liam Greentree at 6. Caden Lindstrom at 7. Zeev Bulliam at 8. Sam Dickinson at 9. Anton Silyev at 10. Michael Brandseg-Nygaard at 11. Ivan Demidov, Tija Ginla to the Wild. That seems apparently that is just faded at this point, because I think Tija Ginla's been there for the Wild every time. So best player is kind of the same 4 that we've been looking at here. Going to continue to draft Cole Eiserman here, because again, we're going whoever's the top ranked player on the board by the consensus ranking. We're going to do that and just kind of let the chips fall here and see kind of what happens. So we're kind of getting the same type of players here. All right, and here's the way the board fell. So the final picks of the first round. So we had Cole Hudson go 28 to the Flyers, Charlie Ehrlich go 29 to the Canadiens, Tarek Parachek went to the Hurricanes, Jet Luchenko went number 31 to the Stars, and then Maxim Massey went 32. So the best player right now is Michael Haig, who is playing in the USHL. 6'1", 181-pound Canadian. Where is he going to college? I can pull that up right now. So that's who we're going to be drafting at this point. So he's got Michael Haig. I'm pulling up right now. He is going to be going to the University of Michigan in the 25-26 season. So he'll be doing another season in the USHL before going to the University of Michigan. We know Michigan, pretty good school. So we're going to go with Michael Haig here at 33. So we're all forward so far for the Sharks here. And look how it turned out again. Our dude Alphonse Frisch showing up in a big spot here for the Sharks, as he is the top ranked player at pick number 42. So some of the guys who went right before him, I guess I can pause this, but oh well, too late. I'll go through. But yeah, so they're, as they finish up the draft here, I think that would be pretty ridiculous. I mean, going 3 forwards and a defenseman, you still have questions about the blue line pipeline for the Sharks. But if you're just going whoever the best rated player on the board is at that pick, so yeah, see the Sharks in this situation: Michael Celebrini, Cole Eiserman, Michael Hage, and Alphonse Frisch, the defenseman. Sign me. That's not too bad. That is not too bad right there for the Sharks. As you continue to add pieces to your forward group and try to see kind of how things stack up for there is, maybe some of these 2020 guys aren't working out or whatever. But that is that's not too bad. So if you're watching on YouTube or if you're on Twitter, whatever, let me know which draft class you like the best here. So yeah, if you like the forward at 14, defenseman at 14, or BPA the third one, tell me which one you like the most. And so again, if I had to rank them, I'd probably go BPA, forward, then defenseman at 14. That was kind of how I would rank them, but it's pretty good. So that's gonna be it for me today. We'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna do a draft profile on one of the guys that we maybe mentioned today. So make sure you guys are following along with that. We'll continue to do some of our deep dives into some of the big Sharks player names. We're also going to be talking more about the Pittsburgh Penguins pick and look at here in the next, probably early next week, about trading up. Kind of build the case for why the Sharks should trade up, what it would cost them, and kind of, again, looking at players to target in that range and teams to target as well. So we're going to continue to dive into that. Of course, we also have the draft lottery coming up. So make sure you guys are following wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Locked On Sharks. You can follow me on Twitter at MyFryHole. Until tomorrow. Bye, friends.